Kinda crazy. It is kinda crazy. But the Indiana Fever just drew 2 million viewers without Caitlin Clark. That is mental. That is absolutely mental.
Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever recently achieved a new viewership record. Angel Reese is attempting to capitalize on the success, but it's not in a cute way. The previous performance of Caitlin Clark broke the internet, but this time, she may have broken broadcast logic. Grandmas tuned in, toddlers stopped mid-juice box, and something else happened. The Indiana Fever's game against the Chicago Sky was the most-watched WNBA game on ION this season. Despite Caitlin Clark's absence, her impact was felt even when she wasn't on the court. The Sky vs. Fever WNBA showdown drew 1.9 million viewers, outnumbering movies, news, and even awkward family dinners. The game was so popular that a network executive probably spit out their latte. Caitlin Clark will return soon, and Ari McDonald's performance is attracting more fans to the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark's guest appearance on the Angel Renaissance Tour drew 1.9 million viewers to the Indiana Fever's game on Saturday on CBS. The game was the third most-watched WNBA game of the 2025 season, after Fever vs. Sky, 2.7 million, and Fever vs. Liberty, 2.2 million. The Indiana Fever received the most views. Caitlin Clark may have a narrative headlined, "Ratings Queen," on Instagram, but she avoids the spotlight and discreetly launches logos, as if she's warming up in an empty gym. The WNBA game with 1.92 million viewers is one of the top 15 most-watched games of all time, prompting the question of who is bringing the viewers. Debating this is similar to deciding whether pizza or cheese is more necessary for a slice. Angel is bright and dynamic, while Caitlin serves as the gravitational center of the galaxy. Her passes are like poetry, her shots defy physics, and her calm demeanor makes her the eye of the storm. It's been difficult for me to adjust, but I'm trying to give myself grace. The 1.9 million viewers came for the edge-of-your-seat spectacle, not awkward layups and stares. Angel's body language alone deserves an Emmy. She celebrates a blocked shot like she's rescuing a dog from traffic. Her flair is evident, and her enthusiasm is compelling. However, Caitlin orchestrates havoc by narrating every dribble back to X, rather than merely playing the game. Check out some of these comments, man. Let's look at some of these remarks, but I'll tell you right now, 1.9 million views. Caitlin Clark is extraordinary and cannot be lied about. The figures for tonight's ESPN game between Liberty and Sky will be available in 2 days. However, Caitlin has already stated that there will be no views. Caitlin Clark is still there. People will show up only to observe her from the sidelines, without caring. Angel's post-play responses have become iconic. When she swats a shot into the next week, the celebration is pure theater. She provides the audience with intensity, attitude, and drama to fuel the following 72 hours of NBA Twitter. Caitlin glides with surgical precision, like a video game character whose numbers were not capped. One dumps buckets, while the other steals scenes. Together, they create magic. The WNBA's rivalry has gained popularity beyond traditional sports, attracting meme makers, bloggers, and fantasy league dads interested in field goal percentages. Your neighbor, who still wears cargo shorts, is suddenly an authority in Caitlin's shooting techniques. After witnessing a Fever game, the man tweeted this message: "In today's home opener, Gainbridge was electric, hitting harder than any flagrant foul on Caitlin Clark last year. This is truly amazing." Angel is understandably unhappy and deserves recognition for her accomplishments. However, it's important to note that this isn't all about Caitlin. Caitlyn Jenner's popularity continues to rise, making it difficult to stop her from shining brightly. She isn't trying to be the star of the show, but she is. Angel plays an important role in the production, providing tension, a counterpoint, and a wild card. Their rivalry is reminiscent of sports fiction, with opposing techniques, energy, and passive-aggressive stare-downs that keep the audience engaged. Angel, in Reese's Part 38, says that when life offers her lemons, she uses them to construct bricks. She is right-handed and missed the rim by 3 feet. Overall, this is my favorite summer sitcom. Pan Butter Pecan Bee has been blocked 20 times and made only 21 hoops. Their dynamic is so engaging that it appears scripted. One adds flair, one offers polish, one talks, and the other lets her game speak. It's a yin-yang that has fans taking sides like March Madness meets Mean Girls. The Caitlyn team. Angel. The impact of women's sports is evident in their ability to sell out arenas and bring attention to the sport. Fans are drawn in for their skills, stay for the spice, and return because they care. The WNBA's formula of star power, rivalries, and just the right amount of pettiness is working. But it was broadcast on CBS, resulting in only 300,000 viewers, less than Fever vs. Liberty, which is a mental issue. The rivalry between the Fever and Sky is one that many people are interested in seeing and care about. Annie Costabile wrote, "It's not even about the history, it's because of the storylines, it's because of the drama, it's because of all of this stuff." 1.9 million people tuned in, some for Caitlyn, some for Angel, most for the tension that can only be described as ESPN meets Bravo, but all of them witnessed something bigger than basketball: entertainment, energy, and elevation. The last twist adds to the mystique of this epic story. Caitlin Clark missed the record-breaking game due to injury. She spent her time on the sideline drawing new playbook concepts and solving astrophysics problems for fun. Viewers flocked to the women's basketball game, treating it as a cultural event rather than just an athletic competition. Caitlin's gravitational pull is powerful enough to move TV ratings like tectonic plates, even without lace-ups. People don't simply observe her, they orbit her. Indiana Fever continues to have strong cable TV ratings. Will the most recent meeting help? We'll find out. Clark's Fever vs. Sky remains in the top 10 WNBA games since 2001. Despite the absence of Caitlin Clark, the Fever vs. Sky rivalry drew one of the top 10 WNBA regular season or playoff audiences on CBS primetime in the past 20 years. The Fever Sky WNBA regular season game on Saturday drew an average of 1.92 million viewers on CBS, making it the 8th largest audience since 2001. Angel Reese was prepared with a spreadsheet, pie chart, and possibly even a TED Talk to explain how the 1.9 million viewers were solely focused on her, according to Angel Math. Her 4 points and 12 rebounds were enough to garner national attention. She strutted through the post-game as if she had saved basketball itself, and her performance was haunting. Another wicked statistic: she shot 190 of 59 from less than 5 feet away. She should work as a housekeeper in hotels since she can turn it over rapidly. She lost by 27 points against the Indiana Fever, scoring only 4 points. The WNBA is seeing a surge in popularity, with sellout crowds and items quickly disappearing from shops. However, for those who prefer to travel by car or air, there are too many steps involved. Caitlin Clark, even if wearing a hoodie and chewing gum in the third row, generates more buzz than the actual player. Fans would chant her name even if a cardboard cutout of her was placed in the corner. Angel Reese is battling Caitlin Clark online, tweeting and reposting like a PR intern to explain her existence.